The Lighthouse Group is a full-service agency of over 30 locations and 350 team members, providing innovative solutions in 5 diversified areas of insurance. Originating in Holland over 20 years ago, Lighthouse is proud to be a supporter of Tulip Time Festival and can be found online at lighthousegroup.net.
Ford Model T, 107 years old, and it looks as good as it did the day it came off the lot in Dearborn, Michigan. Keith Walker, you mentioned him?
Yep, he'll be coming up. We'll get that high from him today.
Yep, the Zeeland High Marching Band from Zeeland, Michigan, under the direction of Keith Walker, and as Nick alluded to, this is his final Tulip Time Parade. Nearly 200 students in grades 9 through 12 representing both East and West middle high schools.
Yeah, but he's in charge of the middle school programs, and they're dynamite also, so great. Yeah, Keith has done just a wonderful job. Proud of kids like that I had in school that have done so much here and coming right back into schools and giving back. Nice.
This 2018 Tulip Time Festival brought to you in part by title sponsor Lighthouse Title Group, Compound Door, Russ's Restaurant, Medici Neapolitan Pizza, which is where our broadcast vantage point is, Phil Nightcamp, 5-Star Real Estate, Washington Square Minute Mark, Glenda's Lakewood Flowers, Randy's Carpet Care, Metal Flow, Bouchelle Sales, Vanderveen's Dutch Store, and Mapleview Animal Hospital.
Well, thank you. Good. Next up, we have the TRIO, the Upward Bound program, which has been taking place for 50 years down here. It's a great opportunity for kids to get involved in college before it actually takes place, and a legacy of success. We just thank you.
Well, this is a program that helps kids who don't have a family background of higher education. These would be considered first-generational college students, and they help set the pattern to help these kids succeed, to graduate from high school and go on to college and build good lives and careers for themselves.
It gives them an opportunity to experience almost the college life before it actually comes about.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people involved in that. Yep, it's just been a great program. And
Tulip Time isn't the only parade that happens in Holland every year. Every March we have this thing called a St. Patrick's Day party, and this year they brought along a 33-foot-long inflatable snake.
Nice. We need some more balloons. Remember we used to have those balloons, Greg, and they had to try to get them underneath us, you know. It's good to have some of those back again.
And, of course, the story about St. Patrick is St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland. He brought Christianity to the Emerald Isle. Coming up next here, we have State Representative Roger Victory representing the 88th House District, representing the eastern half of Ottawa County. He's also owner and operator of Victory Farms, a specialty crop producer with over 1,100 acres in Ottawa County.
Occasionally he's on WHTC with Gary Stevens.
Yes, he is. And now coming up next, the West Ottawa Public Schools 8th grade band under the direction of Heidi Kajorski and Jenna Schroeder.
And this is, I believe, Heidi last year. Yep, she's smiling. She said, yep, my last year.
We now have the United States Air Force. We have members of the 339th Recruiting Squadron led by Commander Lieutenant Colonel Edmonds. Also marching is Ricky the Recruiter, who at 10 feet tall is the Air Force's largest recruit. And we even have a little airplane being pulled. There's Ricky. Kind of looks like Otto from Airplane. And he is a big dude, and he's
got to be, what, 8 feet, 9 feet
10
tall?
feet.
He's cool, yep.
All right, coming up next, Holland in Bloom.
Oh.
And what a program this has been. This is a program that has received national and international recognition for 6 straight years, from 2011 to 2016. Holland and Bloom participated in the National American Bloom Competition. They received a 5 out of 5 Bloom rating and an Outstanding Achievement Award in each of those 6 years.
The annual Tulip Dig will be Saturday, June 2. You bring down a 5-gallon bucket, and for $5 or $10, you get a whole bunch of... Hey, there's Easy Eddie. He's playing Cob Knocker.
Yeah, it's WHTC and the Van, Ed Versker and Peg McNichol driving today.
And we just welcome her to WHTC's broadcast team, too.
Yep, Peg doing the morning news on Holland's Morning News with Gary Stevens. Peg, a veteran journalist.
By the way, Gary is not here today. He had an accident, and he's getting taken care of, so we're missing him, but it was nice to work with him at the Volks Parade and the Kinder Parade on both Wednesday and Thursday. We hope that Gary's doing well.
Yeah, he's, he has been a busy man this past week.
Now, this is something I'd like to try someday, Greg, when I grow up.
This is Sam the Wild Wheeler from East Africa. He's one of only 2 people in the world that can do this. And the wheel that he's on is about maybe 18 feet tall, and he's doing aerobatics on this. Wow.
Self-powered.
Now he's standing on top of the wheel.
It's about, what, 10 feet tall?
Yes, at least.
Yep. Waiting for a little clear.
And he's waving to the crowd, trying to get us to cheer. As you said, it's self-propelled. Wow.
That is cool. And he's got to keep that thing going in a straight line, which is kind of nice, too. So, again, the 2018 Parade of Bands down here, sponsored by Quality Car Wash, is brought to you by Lighthouse Title Group, by Compound Door, by Russ's Restaurant, by Medici Neapolitan Pizza. They are our broadcast booth here today. Phil Nykamp, 5-Star Real Estate, by Washington Square Mini Mart, by Glenda's Lakewood Flowers, by Randy's Carpet Care, Michelle Sales, by Vanderveen Dutch Store, and Mapleview Animal Hospital. And again, as you stop and see these people throughout the year, let them know how much you appreciate hearing the Tulip Time Parades broadcast live here on WHTC. Greg, we've got some more horses coming through.
Yes, the Magic Valley Mules. And it's a team of 8 mules.
All right, I'll take that back. Mules. They're not horses.
They are from Gobles, Michigan.
Just south of here a little bit. South.
Right down M40.
Yep, exactly.
And now coming up, we have a float from Coldwell Banker Woodland Schmidt. They've been a sponsor of Tulip Time for many years. Just this past December, they donated over $20,000 worth of toys to Toys for Tot, and have also donated to Kids Food Basket, Hope Packages, and the Children's Advocacy Center. We got a number of the kids of some of the realtors for Coldwell Banker Woodland Schmidt. Now we have another band from Holland Christian. This time it's the Maroon 6th grade band.
We'll pick up some of their music. This is their 3rd time this year marching.
Coming up next, we have the Douglas Dutchers Baseball Club. If you've not heard of them, this is a team that plays in Douglas over at Beery Field, right downtown Douglas, and they play according to the original baseball rules back in the 1860s. So they don't wear gloves. You can actually retire a guy by hitting the guy with the ball. But they play. They have a vintage baseball tournament during Tulip Time. But check out their schedule. Go to DouglasDutchers.org. Coming up next, we have a marching band. That's the
Arlington. Arlington High School.
Yeah, that's actually one they slipped in on there. That wasn't on our list here.
But, sometimes that happens. They'll print the material and something will happen in between and they'll spot. But that was the Arlington High School.
Arlington All-Brass Marching Band. So they got moved up a little bit in the program. They are from the state of Ohio. And they perform at the Cherry Blossom Festival parades in Washington, D.C. and at the Thanksgiving Parade in Detroit. Coming up next, we have
Daniela Garcia.
State Representative Daniela Garcia, and she is in her Dutch attire today.
She's telling the driver to keep going. I'm fast enough. And if Dave DeWitt were here, he would probably ask me to let everybody know what her nickname was when he played basketball for her, but I won't do that.
You won't do that?
No, but she goes after stuff like her nickname when she played basketball for Dave DeWitt at West Ottawa.
Coming up next, we have the West Ottawa High School robotics team. They have been involved in the FIRST robotics program for 24 years. This is the oldest continuing team operating in the state of Michigan, and they learn about engineering, science, and math stuff. The FIRST robotics program, very, very cool program.
What's cool about it is that it takes what's taught in the classroom and connects it with what's working in the workplace.
Absolutely.
So kids go to school and say, well, it doesn't make any difference to me. This does. This is what you learn in the classroom, and this is how it plays out in real life.
And you have a lot of companies in town that are partners with that FIRST robotics program. So it gives the kids a chance to interact with people that are in industry.
I have two kids that are, well, one of them is an engineer, and he was in robotics at Holland Christian. That's where he got his start.
Well, coming up next year, we have the Holland Museum with the parade wagon, the Holland Furnace Parade Wagon.
Now, this has been around. I think Don and Jody Herring are responsible for getting this thing restored. Trenway Corporation. I want to thank Don and Jody for doing that. And this is something that was, I think, back in the 50s was one of the first parade wagons. And now they've restored it, and it's back and looking sweet.
Yeah, it looks great. At one time, the Holland Furnace was the largest installer of furnaces in the world. And P.T. Chef led that company.
Yep.
And now we have another elected official, State Representative Jim Lilly. He's in his second year representing Western Ottawa County in the legislature. His wife, Sarah, and Sarah's holding a little dog.
A little puppy.
Yep. Now we have coming up a float from Winning at Home. If you're not familiar with them, this is a program that encourages people at all ages and stages of family development to lead Christ-centered homes. Dan Seaborn has done an amazing job leading that program for probably the last 25 years. And the float says helping families stay on track. And very, very cool organization. Our next band, the Hawkeyes, Joe Herrick, directing the Hamilton High School Marching Band from Hamilton, Michigan.
We'll pick up some of their music. I want to say thank you to all the parents that are helping with the bands today. They're carrying water bottles along. They're carrying extra supplies for things that the kids might need, and we see that quite often. We appreciate the parents helping out. Here's Mary Whitford.
Coming by right now, State Representative Mary Whiteford from South Haven, representing Allegan County in the state legislature. And following her is the Tulip Time Festival float from the Filipino-American KSUIO organization. And boy, there's a lot of tulips on this particular float. And now we have another float from Holland Christian Schools, the Explorers program. This is a fiddle program, so they're learning about bluegrass and music. And a lot of the kids, these are probably like 9, 10, 11-year-old kids with fiddles.
Yep, that's cool. Yep, something new, something else to get kids engaged in school, and that's really nice. Next up, we have the Harbor Humane Society, and of course, we know what that's all about, and they've got a few pets in their vehicle here today, too, and then they've got some pets behind down here.
We're going to take a break and send it back to the studio for a WHTC Tulip Time weather and traffic update with Caitlin Burry, and then we'll be back with more from downtown Holland. This is the 2018 Quality Car Wash Music Parade from downtown Holland on 1450 WHTC.
This Tulip Time Festival forecast from WHTC.com calls for cloudy skies for the rest of today. High of 62. Showers later tonight, low of 49. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, a high of 68. And then on Monday, partly cloudy skies once again, high of 71. Currently, it is 54 degrees both in Holland and in Zeeland. You follow the 2018 Tulip Time Festival on 1450 WHTC and the new 99.7 FM. And let's now take a quick look at traffic. As the parade is wrapping up for the day, we still got a little under an hour left, but the around 8th Street and 7th Street is closed for until the parade is over. If you're looking to get out of the downtown area, I suggest you go down to 16th Street. Either way is a moderate amount of traffic. Otherwise, go across the bridge and go up to Lakewood Boulevard. That's also pretty clear as of right now. River Avenue is pretty much stop and go, as is pretty much any of the side streets downtown. In just a moment, we will go back to Nick Weber and Greg Chandler commenting live from the Tulip Time Parade. But for right now, let's hear from some of our Tulip Time sponsors.
Tulip Time Festival coverage on 1450 WHTC and the new 99.7 FM is presented in part by Metal Flow Corporation.
Whoa, long time no see. It's me, the rock t-shirt in the back of your closet. Dude, remember? You crowd surfed in me, man. But you haven't worn me in like forever. I get it, you're retired, but I still got some rock left in me. So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
My 84 MPGE Pacifica Hybrid is America's first ever hybrid minivan, so all the other moms at soccer practice are green with envy. See what I did there? Plus, I can binge all of my shows with the available Uconnect Theater or just jam out to the radio.
Hey, Mom, what was that song?
Huh? What song?
Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. It's loaded with attitude. Actual mileage varies. EPA estimated miles per gallon of gasoline equivalent MPGE based on available competitive information.
So you're checking out the latest news on the internet, and there's a pop-up. Go to another page, another pop-up. And now they're asking for your credit card number just to read their content. What? Let's get it straight. WHTC.com. You don't need a login. You can see all of our news, features, weather, community events, and info for free. And those pop-ups? Well, forget about them. We don't have them. Just the facts and the fun without the frustration. WHTC.com.
Tulip Time Festival coverage on 1450 WHTC and the new 99.7 FM is presented in part by Medici, the Neapolitan Pizza Company, located at the shops at West Shore in Holland.
Hey, Dave. Seegers. How you doing? Hey, Mikey.
And back with you in downtown Holland. He's Nick Weaver. I'm Greg Chandler. We're downtown at the Medici Neapolitan Pizza Vantage Point in downtown Holland on 8th Street, just off Central Avenue. This is the 2018 Quality Car Wash Music Parade, the final parade of the 2018 Tulip Time Festival, Nick.
Well, we just missed a few people while we were gone. We had Bowerman's Blueberry Farm. We had American Medical Response Team. We had one of the West Ottawa marching bands. We had 89.9, and we had 95.7.
Yep, and we just had Wings of Mercy as well. Our friend Dave Seegers
was in there, yep.
And now we have a float for the Ottawa County Fair, which is coming up over at the fairgrounds there on Ottawa Beach Road.
When it warms up.
July 23 through 28. And our Brent Allen very much involved with that. And now we have a group from the United States Marine Corps, which of course they have the Toys for Tots program. And this might be one of the groups that gets the biggest applause. Let's listen to the applause for these guys as this float comes by.
We'll even join them.
For from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. And now we have a truck from 24-Hour News 8. I see Brian Sterling waving. Also, Bill Steffen is here. Susan Shaw is here.
Hello, Bill.
And now we have the Holland Public Schools Middle School Band, and for the second time today, we get to hear Shut Up and Dance With Me.
Here we go.
By Walk the Dog. Coming up next here, we have Hope College. We have Dutch, the mascot, but we also have a special part. This is a program called Hope College Formula Racing. This is a group of Hope students that design, fabricate, and develop a competition car. And this is cool.
Hello, Melly.
Number 68, dressed out obviously in orange and blue. They will be racing this car at a national competition in Lincoln, Nebraska next month.
Gotta love it.
So these are engineering, business, and religion. And now we have...
Who'd have thought? Yep.
Neelis' Dutch Village with Leo Martinosi, the longtime Holland Sentinel Sports Center, and Steve Windemuller, the varsity basketball coach at West Ottawa High School, the 2018 Michigan Class A High School Basketball Coach of the Year after leading the Panthers to that great run to the Breslin Center in the state finals this year.
And Steve played basketball for me in high school.
Wow.
That makes me old.
Well, and what a magnificent job Steve Windemuller has done with the Panthers. He coached a lot of years at Holland High, and since he moved to the north side, he has turned the Panthers around.
He's a West Ottawa guy to begin with, so he's back home.
Yeah, absolutely, and really a tremendous season. And we had a great chance to follow this team all the way to the finals this year. Tyler Bosma, Xavier Wade, Drew Pedersen, Nick Wehrmeyer, that whole group, just an amazing team.
Well, you got to go back to guys like Keith Scott and Larry Van Weeren. I had them in 7th and 8th grade, and I know both these guys have followed those kids all the way through, and they're the ones that got them started. So congratulations to not only Steve Windemuller, but guys like Keith Scott and Larry Van Weeren.
And don't forget Ryan Klingler. Ryan Klingler coached JV for a lot of these guys.
Yep.
And
Ryan's now over at Granville coaching the varsity.
Yep.
Former Fenville coach. Yep. Have some wonderful coaches in this area.
Well, we have Miss Lakeshore and Miss Allegan County. Ashton Struther is Miss Lakeshore, a student at the University of Michigan. Also, Miss Allegan County, Kendra Rocha, a student at Grand Valley State University.
Two of my favorites, Grand Valley and Michigan. We've got more ladies down here.
And now our next band, the Hamilton Middle School Direct Band. They're going to be participating in December at the Disney Magic Music Days in Orlando, Florida. They're going to Disney World, Nick.
Nice. Joe Herrick is with this group today. And again, high school program directors for music usually are in charge of the entire program K through 12. And here we see Joe, part of this program.
Our next entry is Jody Byer. She is the newly crowned Mrs. Michigan 2018. She is a 2014 Hope College graduate. She's a brain injury awareness advocate and wife to Kayla Byer. She won her title on April 29th, and she'll compete in Las Vegas later this summer in the Mrs. America pageant.
Cool.
Our next float is from the Holland Elks Lodge, number 1315, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. This year is the 150th anniversary of the National Elks Organization. Of course, they have a scholarship and hoop shoot competition every year.
And every year I think of the Elks, I think of Stan Simbel, who passed away a few years ago, a good friend of mine who was very involved in the Elks Club, and appreciated his efforts and miss him dearly.
Our next entry, Tulip City Beauty College, the only nationally accredited beauty college in Holland. The owner and son are both Hope College graduates. They're part of Moore Beauty Schools, which has 3 other schools in Traverse City, St. Joseph, and Granger, Indiana, and they're
train dressed up today.
Yes, they are. They've got all kinds of different hair colors going on. Every color of the rainbow, Nick Weaver.
Yep, well, whatever it blows your hair back.
Absolutely. We have the Be Nice program with the court, the Juneteenth court. If you're not familiar with Juneteenth, that's an event that's held every summer, and it celebrates a major event in African American history, and they celebrate that every year at this time. Now we have a float from the Indian community of Holland, Zealand. This is a Dutch-themed festival, but you have this has become such a cosmopolitan community.
Yeah,
you have so many different ethnic groups that are now part of Holland and are valuable contributors to this community.
Uh-oh. We got some shenanigans taking place in front of Santa Claus.
We can't have shenanigans. Santa Claus is about 25 feet away.
Could be some coal in your sock this year.
Yeah, and we don't want that to happen.
There's a familiar face down there, Santa Claus.
Yes. Yeah, wearing his... And now we have the West Ottawa swimming and diving and basketball teams.
Hey, Steve, congratulations, guys.
On a fire truck, a 1964 C95 pumper.
Steve Boyer, the head coach at West Ottawa.
And our next band, Black River Public School. And they're all dressed like the Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, all black and white. Nice.
John Montgomery, the director of the Black River Public School Band. They won a 2015 Governor's Award,